Hey, Herd! We are Sisterhood of the Travelin Bantha. We are your hosts, Krystal
and Denise, and we are coming with special support from Council Member Mark Collier.
We are broadcasting from a galaxy far, far away.
See, from welcome, Herd!
Hey, Herd! What's up?
All right, we have a very, very special episode for you guys today, and we are discussing all things Star Wars because it is
May the 4th.
There we go.
And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you.
And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Like
So we have an exciting thing. We have Bailey. Bailey's here with us.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the show.
Yes.
It's great to be back with some lovely ladies.
Wow. Can you do that again?
It's good to be back with some lovely ladies.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I just want to put you in my pocket and keep you. God, you're so cute.
I would
You're
love
so
that. I would love that more than my 9 to 5. That would be great.
Okay, so we don't really have a theme for today other than fucking Star Wars. We're here to talk about Star Wars. We have some exciting things that we're gonna go over. Denise, do you want to kick us off?
So, what better way to celebrate any like May the 4th than by Carrie Fisher, our beloved princess, no, our beloved general, getting her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, you guys.
Oh my gosh. It's so
I'm
exciting.
Just tearing up thinking about it.
Same. I was literally like, oh God. Here come the waterworks.
Yes.
We're starting early. We're starting early on this, you guys.
There she is, our queen.
So exciting. You know what's really cool? I was actually in the middle of recording an episode of The Morning Report with Lily on Monday when I found out.
Oh, really?
That's yeah. This in the middle of the recording, and we were like, oh, this is fucking cool because you and I wouldn't even be friends if it wasn't for Star Wars.
Yeah. It's so true.
So true. I am super excited that she's finally getting this star. Like, Harrison Ford already has one.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill already has one.
Time.
Her mother has one.
Her mother's also an icon too.
Yeah.
Debbie Reynolds, yes. I love Debbie Reynolds. But like the fact that it took so long for her to get this, because not only has she done Star Wars, she's done so many other things, and she's done a lot of writing and script working on scripts and stuff like that. Like she's not just Star Wars, and I don't think a lot of people realize that she's done so much more outside of Star Wars.
Me. I'm gonna keep talking. I want to find a picture of this cool thing.
Oh, okay.
So I actually read her book Princess Diarist during the pandemic. And that book, Denise, I talked about this like before we even started recording, but I feel like Carrie and I are like kindred spirits, and just reading her writing, I was like, oh my God, like just her little, I want to call them Carrie-isms, because like
they're definitely Carrie-isms.
Her Carrie-isms are just like so spot on, and like I relate to them. And her writing, like anytime I'm feeling depressed, I'll go and like just pick up that book and literally open a random page and just read it, because like and Wishful Drinking is a great book.
That's another great one too.
Fantastic. This I listened to in one road trip. I listened to Wishful Drinking. 10 out of 10.
You can't go wrong with a Carrie Fisher book. And the way she like writes, it's so genuine, and it really feels like she's having a conversation with you and telling you how it is. And that's like one of the things that I love about Carrie. She's real. She's not trying to sugarcoat it. She's not trying to portray like a perfect
She was very open about her struggles with addiction and mental illness. She was a huge advocate for people in recovery and just for survival. She was very open and very real, and that made her even more somebody to look up to.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting emotional right now, because 2020 I was like a borderline alcoholic, and
girl, I'm still halfway there.
Reading her book, like She always made you feel, well, first of all, Wishful Drinking, if you get it on Audible, it's actually read by her. So that was really awesome because it really did feel like you were just like shooting the shit and having a conversation with Carrie. Like the stories in that book told by her are just so like spot on. But just I think it's Postcards from the Other Side. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but she wrote that. Yeah, she wrote it about her own life and her relationship with her mother. And I think Meryl Streep actually
Postcards from the Edge.
Postcards from the Edge. Yes.
There you go.
Thank you. That one. Yeah, she actually wrote that about her life, and just watching that and understanding like my struggle with mental health, my struggle with alcoholism, it really made me feel like here's this movie star who has it all, who's lost it all, who's been through it all, who like is still thriving. Like at the time she wrote that book, she was like in recovery, doing her best, and like I love Carrie. And I have mixed feelings about her getting her star because I'm so happy that her daughter gets to accept it for her.
I am so glad Billy is going to be there. I'm curious. I think Mark Hamill will probably be there.
Yes, yeah, he will be there.
And I also find it very fitting too that her star is going to be right next to Mark Hamill's. Like,
I know, I'm literally about to cry.
Crystal's face, like, and
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Brother and sister.
But she's also not very far from her mom too.
Yeah.
Like it's just down the street on like her mom's on the other side of El Capitan, and so they're like one corner and then like across the street on the it's and in front of El Capitan, like the prime spot for the Hollywood like stars. Even Mark Hamill like made a comment about it's about time. Like this should have happened a long time ago, and it's just
I think that's why it's like so bittersweet, is because like we all wish that she was here to see her accomplishments. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Krystal, why did you have to do that?
Because I mean, you guys.
If you guys are listening and not watching this, she just shared a picture of Mark and Carrie. Like,
and we will. I mean, of course, now we're up on YouTube. If you guys want to go look at these, watch them. You can watch them now. You can watch them, and you can see this beautiful picture of Mark and Carrie.
Crying.
Yeah, come watch with us. It's definitely
come fucking cry with us.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just trying to collect my thoughts. Like,
I know there's a lot.
And it's just the fact that I feel like their relationship, they're brother and sister in the movies, but I feel like it was so much more than that, like outside and in real life relationship.
Yeah.
Like they just had that bond, and you could tell this just deep love for each other and support, and like it's perfect that they're sharing. I'm just.
I always I struggle with death, and like this might be too sad, but I struggle with death, and the only thing that's ever helped me cope with it is a quote by Neil deGrasse Tyson, where he talks about scientifically energy cannot be created nor destroyed, therefore when you die your energy goes somewhere. And so I can't help but like hope and pray that Carrie's energy will be there as she's getting her star. I'm like,
I think absolutely
100% think that her energy will be. Oh, Peter Mayhew.
Yeah, I love this picture. I love it so much, and just I freaking love it.
Yeah,
I know that quote that you're talking about, Bailey, and it I 100% I have that. It's so internalized because same, like I've lost people that I have no business losing, people that had no business leaving when they left. And that brings a lot of comfort when nothing else really does.
Yeah, that's definitely how I feel. And I've every now and then, like if I'm driving and I think of something zany or silly and I'm like, oh man, this is like a Carrieism, like I'm like somewhere Carrie's energy is like hey, this is really funny. You should think about it like this. And I'm like, thank you, Carrie Fisher's energy. Yeah. I needed that.
This was really nice.
You know what I can't wait to see is all the support that is going to be there for her getting her star.
Yep.
All the fans, all the people who she's touched their lives, even just viewing her on the screen, reading the book, like there's just going to be an outpour of love. Like,
yeah, it's going to be the best. It's going to be the best event. And I'm pretty sure they are getting her star on May 4th.
Yeah, it is May 4th.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So, very cool. So, you know, hang out with us. We'll be well, hell, I guess it happened today.
Yes.
Yes.
For all of you watching, of course, we're recording this in the past for you now, but
I'm sure we will have some sort of TikTok or reel up.
So check it out. It'll be up.
We'll be
after
sobbing.
we watch this ceremony. Like
Yes.
Oh man, our space mom.
Space mom, we love you.
Space mom.
All right. I need some let's mix it up a bit. I need
take a little bit of a left turn.
Yeah. It's I had a good cry, a good tearing up.
Now that we're all refreshed.
But let's talk about some of the stuff from Celebration, you guys.
Oh yeah, some fun announcements.
Celebration.
Celebrate good times. Come on. It's a party up in here.
Yes.
Speaking of party, oh my god, y'all, I'm a little bit, I know that it's ours and I shouldn't love it so much, like you're not supposed to love your own stuff, right? But I'm obsessed with our Mando Daft Punk TikTok right now.
We need to make more of these.
With it. I love it.
If I need something to cheer me up, I watch it.
Oh,
I love it. It made me really happy.
That's great.
It was a lot of fun to make, and of course Nova got involved. She was very excited to be involved.
And you didn't want to make that TikTok, remember?
I know. I was like, oh, I'm tired. I'm tired of fucking with stuff. Our tech isn't working again. I just want to go home. And then Denise was like, oh, but I dug my bucket out and I brought it over. And I was like, okay, for Denise. I'll do this for Denise. Only because of Denise and I love her. And then it was amazing. And it was so
fun. So, Celebration. We're getting movies, you guys.
Ooh, yeah. I'm really excited.
More movies. It's been a hot minute since we've had a movie. Was it 2019?
Yeah.
It's been a hot.
2019 the last one?
No,
I don't get in the way of stuff.
No. They've announced several different trilogies, but then
I just
axed them, and then But they actually officially announced this at Celebration, so it better fucking stick. Like,
especially since they brought Daisy Ridley out. That would be awkward if they were like,
that's
awkward. Never mind. Like, they had the 3 directors out on stage. They talked about it. We saw characters from the movie, so these things are going to happen.
They are in the motions.
Totally made me forget. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is James Mangold's movie, which is going to be about the dawn of the Jedi.
Woohoo! I'm excited for this one.
So I'm super fucking pumped for this one. This one takes place about 25,000 years before Battle of Yavin. So this
that's a long time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He wants this to be like it's going to be about the discovery of the Force. He wants this to be like the Bible of the Force. The Jedi texts. Yes, like this is the arrival of the Force, where it started from, and I am super pumped to like get to see all of it forming, and we get a Jedi Wookiee.
I know. So fucking excited. Yeah.
Yes.
Love it. And the actor who played Chewie in Solo, he got recasted for the Wookiee Jedi this movie.
I love that actor. I forget his name. He's Norwegian.
Yeah.
He's so great.
Is it one of the Skarsgårds?
No.
No.
They're super fucking tall.
He is I don't remember his name, but he is amazing. I loved his whole little he got a whole little moment at Star Wars Celebration if you watched this last year.
Suotamo.
Jonas Suotamo. That's right.
There we go. Yeah.
Jonas Suotamo.
Jonas. I don't know.
I think it's Eunice.
It's Joonas.
Eunice.
Yeah. Because it's
Sorry,
Norwegian.
we butcher your name.
Eunice.
Sorry, Wookiee man.
We are trying. Eunice Suotamo. Oh my god, you guys! I found the best picture. Hold on.
Oh no,
he's so great. His whole little spiel at Celebration was fantastic. Like, he is so kind. He's so passionate about just playing Wookiees, anything to do with Wookiees. He's like a freaking nerd about it. I love it.
And he worked really closely with Peter Mayhew because I want to say for sure that in Rise of Skywalker, he was the one wearing the suit for Chewbacca, but Peter was still there as Chewbacca consultant, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And he wore the suit, so he got to work closely with him.
That's really cool.
Yeah. He liked the character and learned from the best, the original Wookiee. You guys, when I went to go search his name, I type Wooker.
Wooker.
But I'm super pumped. This is even before High Republic. This movie is going to take place, and they're
I'm really excited.
I was surprised they didn't announce a High Republic because they've been pushing it so much with the comics and the books. I believe they just started phase 2 or phase 3 for the books.
Yeah, phase 2. I think it's phase 2.
I think so. Ooh, don't quote
I don't know enough about the High Republic, which is embarrassing.
I just barely started reading the books, only for book club.
Yeah, I really
we haven't even dove into phase 3 starts in November.
Okay.
Because they did a lot of the book announcements at Celebration for phase 3.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
That's what it was. It's getting ready I have a lot of the books. They're sitting on my bookshelf. I just haven't read them yet because I've been.
We have an announcement. I'm going to interrupt real quick just to say, speaking of our book club, we have rebranded. Some of you might have noticed. We've rebranded. We are no longer the archives. The book club is now Bonnie's Bookshelf.
Yes.
Thank you so much to Steve, listener and page fan and fellow podcaster and just all around good dude for the idea. He mentioned it right after we started, and we couldn't get the idea out of our heads.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm surprised you did that instead of Bantha Bookshelf or Bunny Bookshelf." And
we were like, "Oh, Bunny's Bookshelf! Oh my god, I can't stop thinking about it."
We've been stewing on that one for a while. I'm glad we did. I'm so glad we decided to go with it. And
me
too.
Yeah, we need to get a High Republic book in there. I definitely feel like we need.
We do.
We need to start at the beginning, though. I think because
that way nobody gets confused, because it's going to be kind of confusing if we start bouncing around.
And all the stories intertwine with each other, and I need to start reading them. I have them all sitting on my bookshelf. But we got a second movie that was also announced.
Yep, we do.
The Mandoverse is what we're going to call it. I guess technically the New Republic is the Mandoverse. Mandos are far superior than the New Republic. But it is directed by Dave Filoni.
Yes!
I'm so excited.
Yes.
But so New Republic. We all know what he has done.
Dave Filoni is doing such good things.
Don't even get me started on this man.
Oh my god. When did he start? Anybody know officially when did he start doing stuff for Star Wars?
When he got the phone call while working on Nickelodeon on Avatar: The Last Airbender. He got a phone call.
I don't know this story. Okay, sorry, just 1 second. Nova, go lay down. Go lay down.
I love this story. one of my favorites.
I need to hear this story because I don't know this story.
You've never heard this story?
I don't either. Okay.
So Dave Filoni has told this story so many times. He actually told it at Star Wars Celebration, which I was like a freaking kid on like rock candy, like sitting on my couch during Star Wars Celebration. I was like, please, I'll watch the whole thing. But so basically Dave Filoni was working at Nickelodeon. He did a little show, just a little number called Avatar: The Last Airbender. Maybe some of you have heard of it.
I have never watched it. Oh, we broke Bailey.
Maybe broke Bailey.
That was my whole childhood. I would rush home off the bus and be like,
but she's also a good like 20 years younger than us.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, not 20 years, but we're going for exaggeration.
But a little bit. Yep.
Yeah. So between
I've never seen it. I would like to.
I haven't seen it.
You should see it. It's literally Dave Filoni has just been so good at story building, like from the start. Like Avatar: The Last Airbender story, immaculate. But I digress. So he's working at Nickelodeon on Avatar: The Last Airbender. He gets a phone call one day, and it's George Lucas's assistant, and he's like, the assistant is like, hey, is this Dave Filoni, like the guy that's working on Avatar: The Last Airbender? And he's like, yeah, who's this? And she's like, oh, I forget her name, but she's like, I'm so and so from Lucasfilm. And he was like, oh, okay. Totally thinking it was the guys from SpongeBob pranking him.
Oh,
so
okay.
he was like, sure, yeah, okay, what can I do for you, so and so from Lucasfilm? And she's like, well, George Lucas was talking about this new animated series, and he was like, didn't you guys already do that? Because they had done like a short 2D animated Clone Wars series, which is on YouTube. Go watch it. It's really good, really funny. But so he was like, didn't you guys already do that? So right off the bat, not on a good start. And she was like, yeah, well, George is really wanting to like expand it and do like deeper storytelling about the Clone Wars to really help like drive home, like the importance of it. And he's like, oh yeah, sure, okay. And she's like, so, he's seen all of your work. He's really impressed with you and he would love to meet with you. And at that point, Dave Filoni's like, oh yeah, no, these are the guys from SpongeBob. They're pranking me. And he ends up being like, sure, yeah, I'll meet you for lunch. And the girl's like, okay. So she sets the date. And he was like, before he hung up the phone, he was like, okay, but like, who is this really? And she was like, I'm so-and-so from Lucasfilm. Like, I'm George Lucas's assistant. And he was like, he literally, it's so funny when he tells this story because at the time he was building a Plo Koon costume in his garage. So, and this is like,
he's such a fanboy.
Like,
I love it.
When you put the context around this, like he's building Plo Koon before Plo Koon was like Plo Koon, So he's like, he was like, oh my God, I'm literally building Plo Koon like in my garage. And the girl was like, that's great. See you for lunch. And he like realized, he was like, oh my God. So I want to say this was like the early 2000s. But he interviewed and he ended up getting the job, obviously, and like
thank all the gods.
Thank the maker.
I mean,
like thank the maker. Yes, 100%.
Thank the maker.
Give him the fucking keys.
Has made an impact on Star Wars.
Yes.
In ways that we could not even like comprehend.
And he's so passionate about it. And like listening to Sam Witwer talk about Dave Filoni, like.
My cat just jumped up and scared the shit out of me, you guys. Oh. Just popped up and ran across the desk.
I'm glad you're okay. No heart attacks, please.
No.
But just even hearing Sam Witwer talk about Dave Filoni and how he was like, Dave Filoni would sit down with us before our scenes and give 15-minute monologues about like what our characters were going through. And like to have a director who's that passionate about the story and that willing to sit down with you and say like, this is what the character's going through, these are the emotions, this is the context. And like Sam Witwer talks about being able to walk away from even pre-shooting anything with no questions about what he was there to do, because
That's
Dave Filoni would just like that. And I wanted to ask Sam Witwer when we met him, but I was, it was Sam Witwer, so your brain's like,
I was fucking fangirling so hard, like I lost words.
It's
I think he's like a good-looking man. I've met him before. My husband told him I thought he was hot. I'm like, fuck me, like, well, yes, but like,
you don't necessarily have to say that.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
There he is, Sam. We love you, Sam. But I wanted to ask him. The one question I had written out to ask him was, if working with Dave Filoni, somebody who's so passionate about the entire story, the entire timeline, if working with someone like that, if that passion is contagious, because I feel like when you have,
it would be.
It's so like when you look at Bryce Dallas Howard and Ming Na Wen and all of the other directors, Carl Weathers, like all these people who have stepped in to direct even episodes of The Mandalorian, like you can tell like they're passionate about it because John and Dave are also very passionate about it.
Right. And that's see like the excitement.
Yes, and it's so special.
Easy to follow that. It's hard to follow somebody into a project if they're not feeling it and not like showing you that they're excited. You kind of don't really have that excitement either.
Yes, it's so true. Which is like, I feel like we are so lucky to live in the time that we live in.
It is such a good time for Star Wars and being a Star Wars fan. So this movie is going to close out Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and other shows.
I'm so scared.
I'm
terrified.
I know. We're going to cry a lot.
I 100% believe that Skeleton Crew is going to be involved in this closeout. And we will talk about that more later because I have a whole thing about that like later as we dive into it. But like the hard thing is like there's been so much speculation on when these movies are going to come out. Like there's been talks of possibly 2025. There's been talks of possibly 2027, and there being like 5 or 6 seasons of Mando. Like when this movie's released is going to dictate how many seasons of Mando there's going to be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's true.
And I think that's why they kind of did for the Mandalorian the way that they ended the season. It kind of left it up to them being able to play with the timeline, and when they want to release it, they could draw it out for a few more seasons, or it can go lead into Ahsoka, then Skeleton Crew, and then into the movie.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
And that would make sense too. Like either we just gotta wait and see.
It's going to be interesting.
There's lots of good stuff coming.
Because I've heard it's going to be 2025, which would be the first of the 3 movies. And I love you too, Bailey.
Sorry, I was saying that to my boyfriend. He's leaving for work. He said, "I love you." I have my little across the stars moment with my Anakin Skywalker. Anyway, sorry.
It's nice to Anakin kills children.
Oh.
Well,
the galaxy's nectar, blue milk. Get yourself some today. It's great for bantha butter, blue milk cheese, ice cream, and yogurt. Sure does a body good. So yeah, I'm super pumped. But then we have our third movie.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes. Okay, so I know I'm going to pronounce this name wrong, so sorry in advance. Our director for this film is going to be Charmaine. Oh God, can you say it, Bailey?
Charmaine. O'Reilly.
Obeid, maybe.
No. Oh my God.
Charmaine Obeid Chinoy.
Yeah,
I hope that's right.
Charmaine Obeid Chinoy. Okay.
Yeah. So sorry, Charmaine.
I'm so sorry too. Like, oh my God. Okay, so I am super excited about this film. She is going to be directing the film about Rey and building the New Order.
Mm-hmm. Is this the first female movie director?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure this is the first female.
This is the first female movie director of Star Wars.
Yeah. I said we've had shows,
but never a movie.
Fuck yeah, that's amazing.
That's so crazy.
And what's even
go Charmaine.
So what's even more exciting about this is she is a known activist within films for promoting that highlight gender inequality against women. So we know we're going to get a strong female-led movie centered around Rey as she is rebuilding. Yes, the Force is female as she is rebuilding the Jedi Order.
Yes.
Like
that's bad. That's really exciting.
Super excited. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of fanboys crying. Sorry, fanboys, but like,
who cares?
We need this. You guys have this Skywalker saga. You guys have Rogue One. You got all this. We want a female-led movie, and this is what we're going to get with a female director. And I have a feeling it's going to be so good.
This better tie into my whole reclaiming Rey thing, because I want to love Rey so bad, and I think the biggest thing for me about Rey was that they had her fall in love with Ben, and like I just wanted a character that was like strong on her own, and I hope we get to see that in this movie.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was
the weird shipping.
I don't see it as a shipping. I thought of it more as like a love for like a close friend. That's what I viewed it as. I never saw it as like romantic. Like I love Krystal. I love you. Like I love Dina. Yeah. I have so many friends I just deeply love and I care about. And I think that's what it was, because they were connected with the Force. They had this deep love for each other in that sense. And I don't think it was a relationship, like a romantic love.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think I'm with Bailey. Yeah. As much as I love the character, I do love Rey for a lot of reasons that we oh shit. Sometimes I forget that we talked about some stuff and then we asked a bunch of stuff and then we haven't gone back and talked about it again. But for a lot of reasons that we'll talk about in the future, I'm sure. I really love Rey. I think she's a fucking survivor. But I also hate that I felt like the relationship with her and fucking Kylo was a romancy thing that they just like squeezed in. It was like, oh my god, the fucking, I'm gonna go off the Star Wars rails for a second and go into Lord of the Rings for a second. But like the weird fucking love triangle with the other elf and Legolas, and like it wasn't supposed to be there. Like
it was unnecessary.
Go away. You know. So I feel the same. I love it, and I wish that part hadn't been there.
Yeah, it also could have been that I was in a theater full of Reylo fans, and when his scene came up, the screams. I saw that movie 3 times.
Okay.
When they kissed, yes. I saw the movie 3 times, and each time there was a girl who was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like,
"I don't like it. I didn't like that part."
I did not get like. Maybe it's just me. I did not get that room. I just thought it was like it was a kiss of sheer happiness of her seeing him finally releasing the dark side and coming around to the potential that she saw in him. And it was just a kiss of just joy and passion. I didn't see it as a kiss of, oh my god, I love you. Like,
but I can totally see I can see how you see that. I totally.
But it also makes me wonder too, if like, depending on watching things and where you are in life too, and how you respond to things. It might have something to deal with that too.
That's a good point.
So it makes you wonder, because a lot of the Kylo or Reylo fans, I feel like, are kind of like younger.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yes. I mean,
and they can have it. Like, have your Reylo. Like, it's fine. Like, it's not to be me. But I do have like one of my favorite Star Wars shirts is a Reylo trash shirt. Like, I love it, but like, I'll make jokes about it.
Oh, get it off.
You're like,
that's a kiss of lovers right there, Denise. Denise, I wouldn't be able to kiss you like that platonically.
That's not a, oh my god, I'm so glad you're alive. That's a please take your pants off.
I mean, to be fair, it is Adam Driver, which is probably why the prepubescent girls were like, "Oh my god, Reylo."
I do not
weird
find
faces on him.
I
sometimes
do not find him attractive at all.
I know. We've talked about that. Nope. Like, sometimes I look at him and I'm like, you look like a rectangle, and then, and I don't mean that in a mad way. Like, rectangles are fine, but and then sometimes I look at him and I'm like, damn, that red lightsaber does some nice things to me. But then Maybe that's why, because maybe I just need his helmet to be on.
Whatsoever. I do not find him attractive at all.
I think I like the scary villain costume. Maybe I just discovered something about myself.
Yes, Star Wars is bringing out the kinks in all of us. The mask kinks.
We all know Krystal and her kinks.
Yeah, I'm pretty vocal about them. I'm pretty open about mental health and sex talk. I'm here for all of it. Like, normalize it. Let's talk about this shit. It's fun. We all like it.
So, I did find a very interesting quote about this Ray project.
Ooh.
Based from Kathleen Kennedy herself.
Okay.
So it ties into somebody asked her about Luke Skywalker being in it. And her quote was, I don't know we'll spend a lot of time in flashbacks or on Force Ghost or things of that, but certainly the spirit of what he represents to her is going to be significant in the story.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that like fatherly aspect.
That relationship is going to heavily influence Rey on how she leads the next Jedi Order. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if he does come back. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Cool. So that's so crazy that we're talking about this. That book, the new book on Bonnie's bookshelf, you guys need to read it because I was listening to it. I got it on Audible.
Oh, I'm excited.
I was listening to it, and there's a part in there that had me thinking about the new Rey movie because I was like, dang, like, what is the new Jedi Order going to look like?
Can I pause you for just a second? Speaking of the new book, does anybody want to talk about that for just a second?
Sure. I can talk about it.
Talk about it.
Okay. So we have a wonderful book club called Bonnie's Bookshelf. We just recently rebranded it. It was the Archive, and now we are Bonnie's Bookshelf, which I love that because we have Bonnie. If you don't know who Bonnie is, you need to go follow us on social media at Travelin Bantha and figure out who Bonnie is. She's our little mascot.
She's adorable. Everybody loves her. You guys will love her too.
She's the best. She's the best comfort Bantha ever. She's needs to be registered as an emotional support. Anyways, I digress. We have a book club. It's super great. We have Discord, so we will separate chapters out per month and pick a book. And we will talk about them weekly in Discord. It's really fun. It's a great way to bring some Star Wars community into your life. If you're looking for people to hang out with, people to talk Star Wars with, join our Discord. You'll love it. We're all really nice, I promise. But our new book this month, for the month of May, is going to be A New Dawn? Star Wars, A New Dawn. I forget who the author is.
John Jackson Miller.
John Jackson Miller. And I have listened to the intro, and it's blown my mind.
Has actually written quite a bit of legend books as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was not his first Star Wars book.
That's exciting.
Wrote some of the EU also, which is awesome. And Dave Filoni wrote the foreword for the book, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to say he did. Okay. Yeah, it's so far I love it. Rebels is my favorite. Canon is my favorite, and anything with Rebels I die for. And so this is so good.
I think Bailey is on Rebels the same way I'm on Clone Wars.
Yes.
Talking about Rebels.
Yes, talking about
we are getting season 5 of Rebels, which is also going to be Ahsoka. Like, it's essentially the next season of Rebels. Like,
listen,
years later.
Yes, there will never be another day in my life like the day the Ahsoka trailer dropped.
Oh,
God, I remember it was
exciting.
So good.
It was so funny. My boyfriend had come home from work early in the morning, and he was. I've never seen my boyfriend mad. Okay, this man is a cinnamon roll, and he had a bad day at work. He was throwing stuff, and I was like, "What can I do to comfort you?" And he was like, "I'm just gonna get in the shower." And I was like, "Okay." And I went back to bed, and Denise, lovely Denise, sends this thing in our chat, and she's like, "Guys,
I mean, bright and early in the morning."
I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, you guys.
Yes, it was early, and she was like, "Ahsoka trailer," and I was like, "Ah."
Best way to start the day ever.
It was the best day of my life. I watched the Ahsoka trailer probably 8 times in that day. And I never got tired of it. Each time I was like, oh my God, loth cats. Finally.
Yes!
Loth cat.
Oh my God.
We had loth cats before in Mando twice.
But it was animated. It wasn't the puppet.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We have a real loth cat puppet.
I can't.
Dead.
Oh, I can't. Wait, that means, you know what? We could also have the wolves. They could show up.
Yeah, because
I would die.
There's quite a bit that's going to happen on the Thal because that's where Sabine was at.
I'm so excited.
I love Sabine. Sabine is on my to build costume list.
Okay,
I want a Sabine costume so bad.
We got to talk about Sabine's armor. I already know.
I like it. It's so pretty.
It's beautiful in the animation.
Well, okay, so I love.
Can't breathe.
Did you guys see the picture of the armor?
We talked about this.
Yes, Bailey and I have talked about this.
Yeah.
It looks awful. And I'm going to get so much hate for this. It just does not.
We talked about how it doesn't really look like Mando armor.
It doesn't look like Mando armor. It would not pass, like, just the one screen still would not pass the Merc CRL. Like, the belt placement where the, like, bottom of the plate hit, like, the shoulders. I was like, what is this? Like, I was so mad when I saw that. And I really hope that maybe it was just, like, a really raw, like, quick, like, bad screenshot of it. But and her hair was long. Why is her hair long? Like, she did not. I want to love her. She did not look like the Sabine that I fell in love with.
I think in that picture that you're talking about, I think she does have the short hair. I think it's hard to tell. But I think that her in that shot is closer to the end of Rebels.
That's not
Scour
the picture.
Reddit.
It like. I'm trying to find it too.
I can't find a dang picture.
We're all looking.
I know.
Here's kind of like what it looks like. I'm going to share. Somebody already has like 3D files based off of this as well. Yeah, I'm not surprised. These things get out real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's the little picture.
Yeah, it just does not scream.
They didn't leave a whole lot of room for like a chest diamond.
Those things are really
kind of butted up together.
So not all Mandos have the chest diamond. If you look at the Ren clan, they have the what's the fucking shape I'm looking for? God damn it. But it follows the clan's like armor style.
Okay.
The spacing's weird. It's where it's setting. Like the shoulders, I'm having a hard time liking it. And I hate that I'm having a hard time liking it because I love Mandos so much.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
But
you know what?
It's okay because
you can hate aspects of it and not be a bad Star Wars fan. Like, you're allowed to have opinions. You're allowed to not like things.
But like,
and there's a really good chance that, I mean, over the course of the show, it'll grow on you just because it's attached to Sabine. You might end up just being like, who cares? It's on my girl. You know, she's rad. She's doing a good job. I think the casting was really good. I think it's going to be...
the casting's good.
That's going to be fun.
Let's talk about the casting because I'm so excited.
Which one do you want to talk about first?
Ezra. Sorry. Everybody wants to talk about Thrawn, but I just want to talk about Ezra.
Who is it? I don't even know. I didn't even put Ezra down on my list. I put down Thrawn.
Oh.
And David Tennant is coming back. He, I guess, played... A lot of people I saw were excited. He played a droid.
Yeah, he played the like the white droid that's in the...
He was in Clone Wars. He did 2 episodes of Clone Wars, and he came back for Ahsoka. And then I think my favorite casting is Hayden Christensen. Like,
yes, because you know what that means. You know,
we're getting flashbacks.
I don't know if I can emotionally handle that. I'm dancing, and you know what? I am gonna make a TikTok of this because I'm dancing right now. But I guarantee when Ahsoka live action and freaking Darth Vader come out, I'm gonna be crying my eyes out.
Yeah, oh girl, Denise, I can't wait. Things are going to hit you so much harder. I was so reluctant. I'm just gonna leave Eamon up on the screen because him and his beautiful hair. Look at that.
His eyebrows. Nice.
I'm saying his eyebrows are on point too.
He's perfection. Perfect. I was so reluctant to watch Clone Wars, and our friend and fellow Star Wars Club member Bobby Harris talked me into watching Clone Wars and Rebels. And he was like, you should start with Rebels and then watch Clone Wars. So I started with Rebels. I loved it. Of course, the art style is super cutesy. It's something I would like. And then we get into Clone Wars. And of course, the first season is like, oh my God. Like, this is exactly why I didn't want to watch it.
I'm like going up and down with this first season.
And I totally get where you're at because I've been there. And Bobby's just like, keep going, it gets better. And girl, I don't like by the end of it
now.
Yeah, Denise and I were talking about that.
She's a goddamn brat. Like,
I was like, I can't stand her.
Crazy. You will love her. Like, it won't take you long, and you will understand why I feel the way I do about the show and about Ahsoka and about fucking tech. Like, it won't take you long, and you'll understand why I am in love the way I am in love.
Clone Wars is great.
I'm passionate. I'm sorry. I brought this up in every episode since our
trying to get into it. I
just keep pushing.
I'm doing a good job. Like one out of every 3 episodes. So we're starting to run long on time. I really want to hit this last announcement from Celebration.
Yes.
Skeleton Crew, you guys.
Skeleton Crew.
Yes, I'm so excited for this show. Oh, I can't wait.
Do you know what it's about, Krystal?
I think it is about a very tiny, like 4 or 5 kids that are trapped somewhere on a ship, and they're on their own. Or it's something entirely different. And I made that up.
Okay, so it is it takes place during the same time as Mandalorian and Ahsoka, which is why I believe that it's going to be part of the Mandoverse movie with Filoni. It follows 4 kids who end up on an adventure to make their way home after being lost in the galaxy. After they found, after a discovery that they found on their homeworld. So it's like a coming of age story for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
I think it's going to be rad.
So, do you guys know who the main executive producer is on this show?
No.
Oh, no.
Who is it?
It's not Jude Law.
No, he's the actor.
That's what I was getting confused. No. Don't know.
Dave Filoni.
Oh, well, it's going to be a hit.
It's going to be amazing.
Dave Filoni.
Yeah. It's going to be amazing. We don't even have to
along with Kathleen Kennedy, who got inspiration for this series based off of the Goonies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so I love the Goonies.
I'm sending you both a link in our chat.
Okay.
Oh shit. Wrong. Ah. Okay, because I scoured the internet and I found the teaser trailer that was released at Celebration. It is darker. It is gritty. We got a
it's not gonna be little kitty. It's not gonna be cartoony. It's gonna be kind of heavy.
It's gonna be a darker show. I think it's gonna be more on the feel of Andor. And so they've already wrapped up filming. It is in post-production. It finished filming it finished filming back in January. And
when does it start? When do we get the first episode? Do we know?
Sometime in late 2023.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So coming soon.
They didn't give us any dates for anything other than Visions 2 May 4th, which is today. Vision 2, go watch it.
Yes. You know what? They did give us a date for something though, just to wrap up the announcements coming from Celebration.
Celebration 2025.
Yep. Yes. They gave us the dates for that. It's coming to Japan.
You guys.
And we're actually kind of trying to make that happen. Like, yeah. I think all of us are kind of on board with we'll do like maybe 2 days of the con and then do a week of like exploring.
I would like to do 2 days of the con. My husband only wants to do 1 day because he's like, this is supposed to be our 15-year anniversary trip. I don't want to do Star Wars.
And you're like, but God damn it, I do want to do Star Wars. Like, this is our 15th anniversary trip, and I'm one half of it.
I'm like, you wanted to go to Japan. I didn't want to. We originally were planning on going to like maybe Ireland or Scotland. Ooh. And I said, fine, we can do Japan now.
Japan's going to be amazing, though.
But I want 2 days for Star Wars Celebration.
Right.
He's like, no.
You need at least 2 days to see everything.
He's like, no, you can have 1 day, and then we'll go do all our other stuff.
No, 2 days. No. 2 days, and then the rest of the time to explore.
I know he's not going to listen to this, so I can say this without a shadow of a doubt. We all know I'm going to get my way. Like,
we know. We're going to have 2 days at the con.
2 days.
We're trying to, get some stuff together to take the show. Of course, we'll be meeting up with our amazing friend Lisa, who will be going. Shout out to Lisa.
Yes.
She's starting to help us build our bantha. It's going to be very exciting.
I hope you took notes. We need to put that all into notes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We do. Yeah. So,
I have one thought on Skeleton Crew real quick, if we have a sec. I am kind of hoping that they do something with Star Wars Pirates because
we need Hondo.
Yes. And I'm like, it's called Skeleton Crew, and I'm like, maybe they get lost. Like,
maybe that's why they're holding off on Hondo for Mandalorian,
because they're gonna drop him in Skeleton Crew.
Yes, that's my theory. God, I'm like, oh my gosh. So bad. She said Goonies, and I was like, okay. And we just had Space Pirate Lettuce Man in the Mandalorian.
You guys need to watch this trailer. Like, the trailer is a lot in space, like actually flying around in space, like living on a ship. Like, it is like legit. I'm pumped. I like that it's going to be a darker feel.
I'm so excited.
I love the gritty stuff. And there was a Mando. You see a fucking Mando helmet. Like,
yes, and anytime there's a Mando stuff, man. Anytime.
So you know it's going to be tying into Mandalorian. Like,
yep. And sorry, just because we mentioned him, I gotta share him again.
Lettuce Man. Space lettuce.
Oh my god. Okay, if you are listening to this today, you need to make sure you listen tomorrow on our actual Friday episode drop for Mandalorian Season 1. We go on and on and on about Captain Shard for like 5 minutes making jokes. Like,
we landed on Eastergrass. He's Captain Eastergrass.
Yes.
He's just, oh god, I can't take him seriously.
Absurd.
He's not. Sorry.
He looks like a mop.
Yeah. Oh, you know what is also, before we go, we have another neat announcement. We have coming soon, we have a fun Return of the Jedi episode that's gonna be coming out. It's gonna be like game show style.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a little bit of a lag for me. I don't know how to fix it. It's gonna be like game show style. Bailey's gonna be there and a guest. It's gonna be super fun.
We are gonna be putting our guests to the challenge, and it is gonna be fun. And they're gonna watch it, and nobody knows the questions.
They're gonna battle to the death.
Other than me at this point, and it's gonna be great.
I'm excited.
We are doing this episode for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, like conclusion of the original trilogy. A lot of people's fan favorite. So
my favorite.
It will be...
Sorry.
You said Rogue One was your favorite.
It is, but out of the original trilogy, Return of the Jedi. To clarify, sorry.
But
yes, Sice Noodles, my queen. Is a I'm gonna dress up as Sice Noodles for Celebration.
Oh, please
2025. Walking through Japan.
Please.
Yes, baby.
Oh God. You know what, you guys, glorious. If you have made it this far, we love you. Thank you.
Yes.
So much.
Hope you enjoyed this. Us just talking about Star Wars. Yeah. And with that,
may the Force be with you.
Always.
I love it.
Thank you for listening to Sisterhood of the Travelin Bantha. We are written by Denise
and edited by Krystal. Our social media is managed by Bailey Hawkins. Original logo art created by Tyler Rigney.
Intro and outro music provided by Galactic Empire. You can follow us on all social medias at Travelin Bantha. We are also streaming on all major platforms, including Spotify, Apple, and Amazon.
You can leave us a tip and purchase stickers at buymeacoffee.com. Join our Patreon for as little as $3 a month and get access to special perks and gifts. We want to give a huge shout out to our Jedi Knight and higher supporters, Rooney, Michael Beavers, and Mark Collier. Thank you so much for your support. May the Force be with you.
Always.